This is awkward.
I don't deserve these powers, if I'm being honest. Like, what am I even contributing? Ow! There's already a superhero with a red suit with a lightning bolt on it. Aquaman is literally huge and he's so manly. And Batman is so cool. And I'm just me. I feel like a fraud.
How's it going, guys? Welcome back to my channel, and time for another episode of Luke's Reviews. On today's video, well, bow your heads, everyone. The DCEU has begun its final lap of honor, and kicking off 2023 is a sequel to perhaps one of the most underrated entries in the entire franchise, Shazam, Fury of the Gods. After defeating Dr. Sivana in the first movie, the Shazam family are loving life with their new superpowers. With Billy in charge, they've pimped out their lair, trying out new superhero names, and saving the day where and when they can. But Billy and his family are about to face a real challenge, when the Daughters of Atlas emerge, seeking to reclaim their powers and their realm, all at the expense of Billy, his family, and the world as we know it. Might as well address the rebooted elephant in the room here. Shazam! Fury of the Gods is basically the first of what I'm kind of dubbing this year as the DCEU's curtain call, before James Gunn swoops in and hits the reset button. We do know that in this universe, lots of the characters that we have come to know within the DCEU are going to be hitting the refresh button. We are going to be getting new actors, new visions. We're starting afresh. But James Gunn hasn't ruled out the possibility of actors kind of merging into this new universe. So where does that leave Shazam? I have no idea. But I will say this. I really, really hope that Gunn allows the Shazamily to stick around. Because despite getting less than favourable critic ratings and kinda tanking at the box office too, Shazam! Fury of the Gods is the most fun that I have had in a cinema this entire year so far. The first Shazam served as a real breath of fresh air to the DCEU. Regardless of if you were a fan of Snyder's previous films or not, I honestly think that you'd have to be pretty damn cold to not enjoy Shazam. And so it was really good to see the majority of the cast and crew return for the sequel, because it allows you to keep that same energy and vibe going, whilst also at the same time upping the stakes and scope. This time round, Billy and his Shazamily are tasked with doing battle against the Daughters of Atlas, played by Lucy Liu, Helen Mirren, and Rachel Zegler. They get a fearsome introduction that lets you know that they are not here to muck around. Admittedly, their overall plan is a bit by the numbers and perfunctory. Personally, I think it could have benefited from a little less exposition and quite a bit more mystery and suspense. Also, similar to the 7 Deadly Sins from the first Shazam movie, director David Sandberg really isn't pulling any punches, especially when it comes to the horror and violence behind these villains. There are some things that I did not expect them to go there or show certain things. So what I will say is that if you have any little ones that might want to go see this, just bear in mind that Shazam! Fury of the Gods has an obscenely and unexpectedly high body count. As for the villains themselves, Helen Mirren and Lucy Liu are clearly having a blast, getting to dress in Greek god battle armor, pretending to ride dragons and shoot lightning bolts. Now once again, the film does not take itself too seriously. There are plenty of winks and nods into just how silly and goofy a lot of this actually all is. However, I will say that there are a couple of occasions where they step over that line for a few moments that I was cringing in my seat. There's a gag involving Skittles yeah, that did not work for me. Zachary Levi and Asher Angel are back to playing Billy Batson in both of his forms. Levi still has that unyielding youthfulness to his performance, and luckily he never lets it stray into annoyance. But as for Asher Angel, I thought that he was really good in the first Shazam, and I believe that there was the right balance between Billy and his superhero counterpart. In the sequel, though, we get a heck of a lot less Billy as Billy. Personally, I would have liked to have seen Asher Angel just get more to do. Especially because the arc of Billy's character in this film revolves around him worried and concerned that him and his family are just growing apart, and he's going to lose a family again. For me, that would have been a great chance to showcase Asher Angel, but instead they wind up hiding behind Levi. The rest of the Shazamily are just as endearing as we remember them to be. Jack Dylan Grazer totally stole the show once again. He's seriously funny in this movie, and he gets a great side story involving Djimon Hounsou as the wizard, and who would have called it that these two actors would have such good back and forth between each other. There is also someone who pops up in the film, and their appearance has sadly and stupidly been spoiled by a TV spot. So you might know who it is, you might not. I'm not going to reveal it here. But yes, their appearance in the film is very rushed. It's very sudden. It's very clearly all shot on a green screen. I kind of liked it though. It was pretty cool. As for the action, Sandberg has definitely gone for the bigger approach, which isn't uncommon in superhero sequels, but this popped off in such an epic and mythological way, I honestly didn't see it coming. But then again, I'm a real sucker for citywide battles, so yeah, I was in. And it's even better when the CGI is pretty damn good. I know, as of late, that superhero movies have gotten a pretty bad rap when it comes to visual effects, but here, I didn't find a problem with it. There are two post-credit scenes, one in the middle and one at the very, very end. However, I don't have a clue if either of them are going to lead to anything, if any of them are of consequence. They're cool, and I hope that they might lead to something, but with the impending reset coming, who knows? After hearing widespread disappointment with Shazam Fury of the Gods, I went in with low expectations. But I was really surprised just how entertained I was. To me, this was a good old-fashioned superhero blockbuster that mixes exciting action with genuine laugh-out-loud humour and a solid heart at the centre. Zachary Levi remains perfectly cast, but if there is an next time, I would like Asher Angel to get some more screen time. All the Shazamily smash it out of the park, and the Daughters of Atlas made for strong opponents in this thunderously good sequel. This is just going to have to be one of those times where I disagree with the consensus and say that Shazam, Fury of the Gods, had me grinning from ear to ear right up until the credits rolled. I'm going to give Shazam, Fury of the Gods an 8 out of 10. It's actually funny watching this, thinking that Dwayne Johnson honestly thought that he could build the entire DC universe around Black Adam.
The hierarchy of power in the DC universe is about to change.
That makes no sense. Anyway, guys, those are my thoughts on Shazam, Fury of the Gods. Let me know, have you had a chance to see the film yet? What did you think? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Now, my question to you, if you had it your way, who is one actor that you would like to see carry over as the character that they played in the DCEU, carry over into James Gunn's new universe? And why is it Henry Cavill as Superman? I'm kidding. It doesn't necessarily have to be Henry Cavill as Superman. Could have someone else in mind. But let's face it, the overwhelming consensus would be Henry Cavill as Superman. But that is all we have time for here today. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Hello, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have, make sure to click that like button. And if you aren't already, click that subscribe button too.